Shalom Yesharala. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Wachal Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to those Akim that's preached the word in all truth and sincerity, along with the Israelite foreigner brothers that like the heathens, but the line on the foul side goes back to the nation of Israel, which the nation of Israel are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, due to prophecies and curses of Deuteronomy 28 chapter and throughout the Bible. So this is Brother Yakar Amath for the lesson, and today's lesson will be entitled, For Wisdom is According to Her Name. I was going to go on some precepts, and Lord willing, you brothers and you sisters out there be edified through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemon Shai. Because this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that we have, when you read the scriptures, the scriptures liken this wisdom that we have, likened to a woman, or her, because, we understand that this truth is a true comforter. Just as a woman, an actual woman will comfort you when catching hell, and, so the same thing, with this wisdom in the spiritual sense, though, you know, and, that leads me to the first scripture in Sirach chapter 6 in Apocrypha and verse 22. And it reads, For wisdom is according to her name, and she is not manifest unto many. That's right, man. So wisdom is according to her name, because another word for wisdom is Sophia. And when it says, and she is not manifest, manifest means it may be made known unto many, because his truth is only given to the elect men of Israel. To all Israel, this truth is not given unto them. And another word for wisdom, like I said, is Sophia. And Sophia is feminine, proper name from Greek Sophia, skill, knowledge of, acquaintance with, sound judgment, practical wisdom. And it said right here, wisdom, for wisdom is according to her name. So another name for wisdom is Sophia, you know, and that's where you get the word sophisticated. Sophisticated, you know. It says sound judgment, practical wisdom, cunning, shrewdness, philosophy, So another word for wisdom, the feminine way, uh, which we know this knowledge is what comforts us, will be Sophia, And let's just define the word sophisticated real quick, just for edification. Sophisticated
Sophisticated
means having, revealing, or proceeding from a great deal of worldly knowledge and knowledge of fashion and culture. In this sense, it'll be having wisdom of the scriptures. Of course, you got to have wisdom in the world too to navigate through Babylon. But really, it's talking about um, being having a great deal of knowledge in the scriptures, man. You see. So let's read again. This is Sirach 6:22. For wisdom is according to her name, and she is not manifest unto many. Right. So wisdom is according to her name, Sophia. Because the scriptures is a comforter, and it comforts us through our afflictions, just as an actual woman does. So that's why, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone will often say, this truth is our real woman, because, this truth is never going to leave us, you know. It's always going to be here. An actual woman can leave you, but this wisdom that we have of Yahweh Shemon Shai, it won't. It will comfort us in our affliction. And the scriptures say, let's get that word have comfort me. I think it's in Psalms. That word have comfort me in my affliction. Let's see, get that real quick. Yep. Psalms 119 and verse 50. It says, This is my comfort in my affliction, for that word have quickened me. Right, and quickened me to make alive. So the words of Yahweh Shimon Shai, you know, is our comfort, you know. And let's look at that word comfort. It's from the Hebrew word nachama, nachama, which means comfort, consolation, comfort. Yeah, you know. So when we are catching hell, you know, we always resort to the scriptures and to remind ourselves, well, the Lord did say this was going to happen. The Lord did say we got to bear our cross. You know, the Lord did say, you know, we got to uh, fight the good fight of faith. You know, just quoting scriptures in our head and also going back to read them to reassure ourselves that, hey, this is just part of the battle. You know, and that comforts us. You know, and when you go to Proverbs 7:4, it's to say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and call understanding thy kinswoman. Right. So this is just another precept to prove that wisdom is likened unto a woman. You know, because the actual woman can comfort you. You know, of course when you know deal with her, you have sex with her, that brings comfort. You know, you know, kiss you and stuff. But having this wisdom in the spiritual sense comfort us as well. This is a no one comfort over woman. You know, so let's go back to Sirach 6. I'm just gonna read on down. This is a very good chapter. In Sirach the 6th chapter, I recommend brothers read it if they haven't already. But let's continue. Sirach 6:23. Give ear, my son, receive my advice, and refuse not my counsel. Right, because this is wise counsel, man. You know that our forefather Sirach had wrote to us. You know, so we're not supposed to refuse it, man, because this wisdom that we have, that was written by our forefathers, you know, it gave us wise counsel to navigate throughout our daily life, and to save us from difficult situations, man. Because applying Yahweh Bashar is by applying His wisdom, and applying the wisdom of the Lord, you know, helps us get delivered out of situations, man. Or prevents a situation from happening. You see. So let's continue. Verse 24 says, "And put thy feet into her fetters, and thy neck into her chain," man. Because remember, you know, um, we are prisoners, as Apostle Paul said. Ephesians 3:1 says, "For this cause I, Paul, the prisoner of Yahweh Shah Mashiach, for you Gentiles, Israelite foreigners." So yeah, so we are prisoners for Yahweh Shah, just as Apostle Paul was. So when it says, "Put thy feet into her fetters and thy neck into her chain," because we are being imprisoned by having this truth, but it's in righteousness. It's not in a wicked sense. It's in righteousness. You know, because you got to be a slave to something. See these people of the world that's in the world that's without this truth, they're a slave in wickedness. You know, they're a slave to whatever Esau promotes in the society for them to believe. They're a slave to that. But see, we're a slave in righteousness' sake by believing in Yahweh Shimon Shai. And Yahweh and it's like and Yahweh Shai even said that my yoke is light and my burden is. Let's get it real quick. I don't want to butcher it. You know, we all gotta bear our cross. See, Matthew 11:28. It says, "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest for your souls." Yeah, we have found rest, man. Which is rest is rest is synonymous with the word comfort. So we found rest by us knowing who we are, by us knowing the prophecies, by us knowing that this is the last captivity that we're gonna be in. You know, that's rest to our mind, man, to our souls. You know, and while we have rest, for our souls by having this truth, we are laboring and we are heavy laden, But the Lord's giving us rest, man. Because we got to deal with the affairs of Babylon. We got to work. The servants is worn out. But we're laboring in Yahweh Shemon Shai towards a good reward. You see, it says, "For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." Yeah, because this truth is simple. You know, it's simple, but it is difficult at the same time. You know, because being the truth is not easy. You know, but it's simple. All we got to do is go out and teach the word to the nation of Israel and the Hawa Zimbabwe's week in, week out, and do our daily sit downs and study and stuff. So the Lord is not asking much of us, but while us doing the work sometimes, dealing with the flesh, sometimes, it can be difficult, but the Lord always make a way for us to escape. But once we do the work, man, you feel good. It gives you comfort. Like, I did the work of the Lord today. I did a video, or how many videos you do a day. I read today. I watched videos. I prayed. I talked with the Akim today. So that brings in good comfort, man. You know. So let's continue. Go back to Sirach 6 and verse 25. It says, "Bow down thy shoulder and bear her, and be not grieved with her bonds." Yeah, so we can't be grieved with her bonds, man. You know, because living in Babylon, America, man, can grieve you. But this truth is not supposed to grieve us. And being honest, sometimes you can have them days. We all have them days like, I gotta do another video. Gotta check the news again. But that's the flesh, man. We gotta keep continuing to fight. And remember, this is our purpose now, man. To serve Yahweh Shimon Shai. This is our duty as Israelite men. Fear the Most High and keep His commandments. You see. And what else is there in the world, anyways? There's nothing in the world for us, man. You know, but snares and traps. But let's continue. It says, verse 26: "Come unto her with thy whole heart, with your whole mind." So, with that come and servant, once again, to her is talking about the wisdom. It says, "Come unto her with thy whole heart, man." So we got to come in this truth with our whole mind. We got to come with our whole strength, man, and worshiping Yahweh Shemon Shai, and keep her ways with all thy power. See, keep her ways by keeping the laws and commandments to the best of your ability, and applying it. You see, it says, "Search and seek, and she shall be made known unto thee. And when thou hast got hold of her, let her not go." Yeah, search and seek. And this reminds me of what Yahweh Shai said, Matthew 7:7, "Ask and it shall be given you, seek and you shall find." See, so because before we came, some of us, because everybody got different, uh, avenues or ways of life that they have came to the truth than other brothers, But what we all have in common was that, before we came to truth, the Lord had turned that light bulb in us to, seek for truth, and we found it. We found it. Yahweh Shemashai had us find it by us coming across, Israel. You see, our apostle Elder Grant Millstone teaching. You see, it says, "Knock and it shall be open to you." Yeah, so this truth was revealed to us by Yahweh Shemon Shai. It says, so it says, "Search and seek, and she shall be named. She shall be made known unto thee." The truth was made known to us by way of our apostles, Elder Grant Millstone. It says, "And when thou hast got hold of her, let her not go." So we're not supposed to forsake this wisdom that we got, man. Because if we forsake this wisdom, we're ultimately forsaking Yahweh Shemon Shai. You see? It says, "For at the last thou shalt find her rest, and that shall be turned to thy joy," man. Right, man. Because ultimately we're gonna rest in the kingdom of heaven. Gonna be the physical rest, and the mental rest. But right now, we're resting right now because we have the comfort to know that we have this truth, to know the prophecies, man. You know? So, but the ultimate rest is going to be in the kingdom of heaven, you know? But having rest right now in the spiritual sense is knowing the Comforter, knowing this knowledge, man, that we have. It says, "Then shall her fetters be a strong defense for thee, talking about that hedge of protection." Because, there are benefits to serving the Lord, man. Because when all hell breaks loose, the elect is going to be granted that hedge of protection. When you go to Psalms 34 and 7, the angel of the Lord Yahweh encamped around about them that fear him and delivered them. And that's the hedge of protection that's going to be granted for the elect men of the Lord. You know? So when it says, "For at the last thou shalt find," I'm just like, then shall her fetters be a strong defense for thee, her chains a robe of glory, man. So having this wisdom is going to come with a strong defense from Yahweh Shai, man. By way of the angels, the Lord putting the spirit in your mind to do particular things at the right moment in Jacob's trouble, which will be that hedge. The Lord is going to be hedging us, man. Rather he's going to have actual angel defenders, because it does talk about that in Daniel 12 and 1, that Michael the archangel is going to stand up for the children of his people, which are the elect of Israel. You know, so because it's going to get so bad, we're going to need that hedge, that hedge of protection, man, from the angels. So that would be the strong defense, you know. But it all started off with having her fetters, you know, having this knowledge, man. And her chains a royal book of glory, man, because with this wisdom is going to come the kingdom of heaven, which will be that royal book of glory. See? For there is a golden ornament upon her, and her bands are purple lace, man. Because remember, this wisdom is very, very precious, you know. This wisdom is compared to a treasure, very royalty, you know. Then thou shalt put her as a robe of honor, and shalt put her about thee as a crown of joy, man. And ultimately, that's gonna come in the kingdom. That robe, having that honor, and the having them crowns of joy, that's gonna be placed on the elect heads by Yahweh Shai. That's all gonna come in the kingdom, you know. So it says, "My son, if thou wilt, thou shalt be taught, and if thou wilt apply that mind, thou shalt be prudent." Yeah, so by having this knowledge, by having this wisdom, having Sophia, we, the process of having this truth is that we're gonna be taught by individuals, and those individuals are Apostle of the Great Millstone. You know, we gotta apply our mind to having this wisdom, and we're gonna be prudent. Prudent man is a wise man. It says, "If thou love to hear, thou shalt receive understanding." Because we got to be humble. We got to be obedient. Scripture says, "Obey those that have rule over you." So the ones that have rule over us is our apostle of the great millstone, and they watch for our souls. And um, we gotta bow our ear down, and we gotta be obedient to listen and hear what they say. You know, and with us by us doing that, then we're gonna receive the understanding. You see. It says, "Stand in the multitude of the elders and cleave unto him that is wise." That's what we do. You know, some of us are not actually with the Apostle of the Great Millstone, but we with them in spirit because we watch the videos and we take heed to what they say and the warnings that they give us. You know, so we cleave to our Apostle of the Great Millstone because they are wise. It says, "Be willing to hear every godly discourse, and let not the parables of understanding escape thee." Yeah, so we gotta we gotta learn from their experiences, what they tell us to do, which is that godly discourse. You gotta listen to them, and let not the parables of understanding escape thee, because apostles have certain sayings, wise sayings that they tell us, you know. So, for example, one is what the apostle of the Great Millstone have taught us about High Priest Jaquab. They Tom Apostle Hardy will often say, High Priest Jaquab will always say, um, in order to appreciate righteousness, in the kingdom to the full extent, you know, we have to learn wickedness. So that would be one of the parables, a wise saying of the elders of what they taught us. They taught our apostle Elder Gray Millstone, and our apostle Elder Gray Millstone taught us that saying, that parable. You know, and we're not supposed to let that escape us because it's understanding, wise understanding words. It says, "And if thou see a man understanding, get thee betimes unto him, and let thy foot wear the steps of his door." So yeah, so that applies to brothers that's not in the camp yet. If they see men of understanding, prophets on the highways and byways that's teaching the right doctrine, exalting the names of Yahweh by Shemon Shai, they're supposed to get the betimes, meaning early, unto them, because they have the truth. You know, let thy foot wear the steps of his door, because you're supposed to constantly go. You know, let thy mind, constantly go to the camp. If you interested in joining that camp, but you will be, proven. You gotta prove yourself, because you gotta keep going out diligently and faithfully, just as the brothers of camp that you're watching, just as they are going out every week. You have to go out week in, week out with them as well. You see, to hear the word. It says, "Let thy mind be upon the ordinance of the Lord, and meditate continually in his commandments. He shall establish thy heart and give thee wisdom at thy own desire." That's right, man. So you're supposed to learn the ordinances, the order of the Lord, and meditate upon them. Because this is life, man. You know. So yeah, I kind of just want to make a good lesson on that. Wisdom is according to her name. I went from talking about wisdom in a feminine sense to, you know, um, to having a role that the glory that comes with having this wisdom, and then learning of the elders that taught us, hearing their wise saying. So all this, is very beneficial to us, man. So, Lord willing, I was edified, and until next time, Shalom.